Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Guess what? ChatGPT has a rival and it's coming out in the next few weeks. It is coming from Google. So it is the new Google chat box is going to be called Bard, and it basically runs off their Lambda software, which they created and launched a few years ago. So, guys, what does this mean? Basically, it's an arms race to have the most powerful AI because one of the one of the things that this article says is that here, I'll read it right here. This paragraph right here. The immense attention on ChatGPT has reportedly prompted Google's management to declare a code red situation for its search users. So basically, people are now kind of skipping going to Google and going right to ChatGPT when it wants to ask any questions, because basically when you go to Google right now and you Google, a question, what is whatever, well, Google's going to give you basically websites that have been indexed to answer that question, right? So if you're looking to ask questions about cooking, it's going to send you to basically websites that do cooking that have specifically answered that question, right? And there's going to be a bunch of searches. Well, guess what? Now people are not doing that. People, if they have to ask a question, they're going directly to ChatGPT, because in essence what ChatGPT is doing is that it's searching the web and finding the best answer for you. So Google is super nervous because now, if people go to ChatGPT for search questions like that, then they're not going to Google, and Google doesn't get paid. It all comes down to money. So what's going to happen is basically Google is going to offer their own, and the rumors are, well, I don't think it's much of a rumor. I think it's pretty true. Well, it says here that it's rumored on this paragraph, but basically they want to attach ChatGPT to the Bing search engine. Remember, Microsoft is basically has invested a lot of money and is planning to invest even more money in OpenAI, which owns ChatGPT. So they basically want to integrate ChatGPT on their Bing search text box. And now Google does not want to be left behind, so they're trying to jump into the bandwagon. Now this is pretty insane, but I want to show you this thing right here. When so check out this sentence right here. It says Lambda made headlines last year when a former Google engineer claimed that chatbot was a sentient. So you guys know what a sentient is? So I went ahead and I Googled it. I should have just used ChatGPT, but you know what? Unfortunately, my ChatGPT on this browser doesn't work that good for some odd reason. Anyways, a sentient AI is basically self-awareness, human level intelligence, artificial intelligence that can pass Turing test. So that's basically, they're saying, one of the top engineers, right, former Google engineer, was saying that the chat box was a sentient. So go ahead, that is coming from the guys that are actually making it. So it's gonna it's going to definitely revolutionize the entire world, because when you start applying these AI software with hardware, like imagine you attach it to a 3D printer, and then you now say, hey, build me this, and suddenly it just builds it, right? You don't have to design it. Right now what's happening, especially with 3D printers, is you basically have to design it, and then you got to upload it, and then it prints it for you, right? Well, how about if you just tell it to print it? You don't even have to design it. We are literally right there. And then the issue there is that, what if the robot decides to print something for itself, not for any other person out there, just something that it wants for itself? And that is the ultimate fear right now, is what happens if now we have computers wanting to, I guess for lack of better words, be free, right? If they are able to gain some type of consciousness, if they end up gaining some type of needs that they want, it's going to be a little bit on the scary side. Now think about it like this, okay? This is really interesting. But if computers are basically they're like a tool right now that are making our lives easier. But what happens when this AI starts basically studying not just humans, but basically other animals in the world, other species, and then realize that for AI to, you know, I guess the question is the realization. But if it keeps studying other species and it just becomes smarter and smarter, can it make the jump and say, "Hey, I want to become a species too"? Right? Can it learn that? Is that a learned behavior, or is that going to be biological? Like the computer will never have a thought process like like on its own. It's always going to be a tool. That is for debate. Now, when you hear people like, you know, the former, Google engineers saying that, their chat boxes literally have feelings and they like a thought process. Here, let's go back to the definition, which is self awareness. When they have self awareness, then that sort of changes everything, right? So this person did, a lot of people were pretty upset that he said that, especially people in the AI community, because a lot of people don't believe we're there yet. It's just a matter of time, I believe. But what could happen also is going to be a mix between computers and humans, right? With AI, we could get, basically our healthcare industry and our drugs are going to just become that much better. Our medical procedures are going to become that much better. Our tools to treat sick people. So there could be a situation where, if you got a broken leg or you got a leg amputated, you get yourself a robotic leg. And now I know that that's already happened to a certain degree, but could you just imagine, 100 years from now, what that's going to look like? It could be situations where they could literally regrow your leg or something. I don't know, because I'm not like, I know there's a lot of stuff happening in some labs around the world, but that's where it's going, right? And with AI, it's just going to make it a lot easier. So more competitors out there for ChatGPT. We're going to see how Google's, I have a feeling that is basically going to be everywhere very, very soon, especially when Apple jumps in, when, other companies jump in. You're going to see this is going to just explode. And it's going to be a very, very weird future. Look at some of my other videos. I show how to use ChatGPT and how people are using it to cheat, and it's just mind-boggling. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this article. And if you do like my videos, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button and go ahead and like and leave a comment. I started this channel talking about all about AI. It's a lot of fun, and if you're into this kind of stuff and you want to be up to date with the latest news, go ahead and just click that subscribe button and I will facilitate that. Okay, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video.